Swale defends the title here in Sacramento.
Sacramento, where, yes, Connor Swale won here last year as part of that Longines FEI World Cup qualifier. Yesterday we saw the first of the big classes of the week with the welcome stake, and today it is the speed class. $44,600, Murieta in Spa and Restaurant Speed to take us through the evening. 20 to go in this one-round class. And looking forward to a fast and furious competition. Yesterday's big welcome class certainly was full of excitement. Thrilling jump off there with Jill Humphrey and Chromatic getting to the top of the leaderboard in the end, just pipping out the final combination, Olivia Cliver, to finish in second. But today, here's our lineup for this speed class. Nicole Hunnett starts us off, and it's going to be a couple of familiar names in there from last night, and a couple of those taking two spins around as well. Jacqueline Atkinson Val H will go second, Young Rider, Eliza Bros and Cardenta go in our first five, Laura Height and Aviator's Head. Carrie Rufer up in the top few yesterday as well, finished in fourth place in our class, as did Matt Archer and Luigi third yesterday too. They come back for another run here. Nicole with a second ride goes 11th. Jacqueline Atkinson returns with Centigraph as they go 12th in the order of this Speed 145 class over Maria Azevedo's courses. And Skylar Wyman, Cassio Ravetti, the Brazilian Olympian, Billy Dorito, Jill Humphrey, last night's victor, this time returning with Sonata BF. Jan Hansen, Carrie Rufer with Stende Folletti that she rode last night, and Unchained down to Nicole to complete with My Lady La Vista. So getting ready for the start of the class, and is going to be, as I say, over Maria Azevedo's course. 12 fences in all, and we'll see a time allowed of 74 seconds for one round around this track. Interstraight set of lines starts over the Royal Electric fence, and 2 and 3 on a related distance. Probably 6 strides down there. Longines fence at 4, Skinny at 5, 6, 7. Sees a possible 5-stride distance there for the Seahorses, right as you can see, up to a double in there as well at 7A and B. And then the latter part of the course, as see 14 jumping Everts in all and 12 numbered fences, with the FEI fence as fence 12. But is going to be another good evening here from Sacramento, and we're setting up for the entertainment that will take us into tonight's class as well. We'll be hearing from Project Ride and I think from our lead line as well before we run into this, and of course the traditional opening with the national anthem over the next few minutes as well. Outside, sun is still up, but only just, as we get closer to our 6:30 start for tonight's Murieta in Spa and Restaurant Speed. 20 going for the money. 20 very exciting lineups as well, and I know there's going to be no holding back here as we go after this second class of the FEI week here. And of course tomorrow night as well we are back with that Longines FEI World Cup qualifier, one of 8 around the country in the build-up for those final stagings, and of course those looking to qualify towards Saudi Arabia into the final next year as well. So I think the first of those lead lines are way down. I think 3 we're going to see in that, so we're going to hear from Project Ride as well, and the build-up to our class. We're going to hand you back to the arena team as we get set for our lead line section.
So we're going to have these lead liners walk around for just a moment or so here, and then the ever important interview process will come up. Now make sure you wave to those lead liners. The more friendly they are, the more chances they have of getting that coveted blue ribbon. We're going to ask our kids to go ahead and reverse your directions, please. Now, what our judges are looking for: safety first, of course. Do they have the boots Do they have the helmets? We certainly hope they have all that. We even have one of our young children, one of our lead liners, with a safety vest. Look at her, already trying to wave to the judge and get those important points. That's a good move right there. In one more lap, we're going to have you guys line up. And, of course, the ever-important interview process where, yes, simple questions will be asked, like, what's your name? How old are you? What's your horse's name? What's the Pythagorean theorem? Simple questions. How many feet to a four-stride? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jamie Wilson to the arena here. Hello, Jamie. It's good to see you. Caroline Jones is down there with Jamie Wilson. Looking very good with the boot straps around the knees to make sure those britches stay on. Wonderful looking helmet. Of course, they asked the question, well, what are you holding in his hands? And the reply, well, the reins, of course. What a great answer. That's a big horse for Jamie Wilson, too. And well, let's welcome to the ring Adam Christofferson. Hello, Adam. It's good to see you down there. Adam's also on a very tall horse. Oh, very good horsemanship. They asked, what is he sitting in? And he did not say his behind. He said the saddle. Good answer, buddy. Good answer, Adam. I would have said the other. And then we're making our way to our third competitor tonight. Look at Jamie knows how to work. The crowd's still waving over there. Let's welcome next Talia Kalin into the ring. Talia is joining us here looking very good with the safety vest on down there as well. A smart rider, you can tell, because they're wearing short sleeves. It's a warm evening. Oh, when asked what is on the horse's head, she did not say ears. She said the bridle. Great answer, Talia. Good job. These are very difficult questions. Of course, we'd like to thank Sundance Farms Rescue Boutique, featuring the barn-to-brunch clothing and accessories for the stylish equestrian, where all profits benefit the horse rescue. We'd like to thank Sundance Farm for sponsoring the cutest class of the show, tonight's lead line. Stop by and visit them on Vendor Row at Sundance Farms Rescue Boutique. The judges have answered your blue ribbon, and congratulations goes to all of them. Jamie Wilson, you're a winner. Adam Christofferson, you're a winner. And Talia Kalin, you are a winner as well. Congratulations to our three lead liners. And they're going to get a whole bunch of wonderful stuff from Sundance Farms Rescue Boutique. Stop by and visit them over on Vendor Road here at Sacramento International World Cup Week. One more big round of applause for our lead liners. Once again, let's give a big round of applause to Jamie, Adam, and Talia for joining us here. Never easy to be the center of attention, but you three did it wonderfully tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, some special guests joining us here. Just be cautious. Take your time exiting the arena there, lead liners. We'd like to welcome Project Ride to the show ring here. Established in 1979, Project RIDE Ride Incorporated, which stands for Riding Instruction Designed for Education, is a therapeutic horseback riding program that serves more than 600 students with unique challenges who travel from over 10 countries in the Sacramento area, that's 10 counties, I should say, to receive services. Clients with cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, Parkinson's, autism, and other grown with the confidence that they can ride to independence while they increase their balance, flexibility, verbal ability, mental acuity, and motor skills being mounted on a gentle giant. Project Ride's mission is to improve the lives of others through the meaningful activity and harness the magic that resonates inside every child and our greater community. We have a donation to help this organization to provide tuition assistance for their riders. For more information, we'd like to welcome to the ring and turn the microphone down and introduce Chrissy Gold and her daughter, Kiera.
Hi, everybody. We're glad to be here. And Kiera has been riding with Project Ride since she was about 3 years old, off and on. Now I'm on. Okay, this is Kiera. She's 12. She's been riding off and on at Project Ride since she was about 3 years old. Kiera, I'm going to hand it over to you so you can share a little bit about what Project Ride means to you.
I love Project Ride because the staff are really kind and the horses are really sweet, and I always feel safe when I ride there.
Awesome. Sam, you also have been a long-time Project Ride rider. I'm going to pass it to you.
Hello, my name is Sam. I've been riding horseback riding of my life, and this is my dad, Phil, and I'm the professional love horse, and I want to keep riding, and I want to do some jumping horse. I never do. Just want to be like Tim Fleming. And I have my mom and my brother Garrett, and I really love horse and let my father be proud. And my name's Sam, so I'm 22.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam. So on behalf of Project Ride, all the staff, volunteers, riders, and families, thank you.
Well, and thank you guys for being with us. Chrissy Gold and her daughter, Kiera. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some very special guests joining us in the arena here coming up as well for the California Cowgirls, as we'll be rising for the national anthem at this time. Please, ladies and gentlemen, as we present the colors of this great nation in honor of tonight's competitors, and welcome the California Cowgirls.
Something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious misty skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood.
Ladies and gentlemen, our color presenters, the California Cowgirls. And let's turn our attention to the red carpet and welcome tonight's national anthem singer from Wilton, California, Ava Vota.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare and the bombs bursting in air and gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ava Vota and your California Cowgirls. We're just a few moments away as we ask those riders to exit, of course. Wonderful job, as always, by the California Cowgirls. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the $44,600 purse that is sponsored tonight by the Murieta Inn and Spa and Restaurant. It's a speed time class designed by Marina Acevedo with fences numbered 1 through 12, starting with our Royal Electric fence down here on the far side of the scoreboard and ending with the FEI Jumping World Cup fence here at the same end. It's got many twists and turns to this course. You're going to see riders go inside, outside, take inside turns, perhaps coming up quick and fast.
Well, there, Max taking us through some of what to expect. And as he said, Marina Azevedo, our course designer here. And moments away, starting off with this competition. It is the Murieta Inn Bar and Restaurant Speed Class. $44,600 in the prize fund. And set to go with the first of 20. Super way to start. Thanks to Ava, our opening singer, of course, for the national anthem there. So first, of course, 12 jumping numbered fences, 40 jumping efforts around the track here, and a time allowed of 74 seconds, but all about the speed. Faults time, the decider here, so fence stand for faults, and ideally wants to be the fastest clear of the group that will be our winner. Nicole Hornet starting us off with the El Largo PS is the plan, and we are almost set to run here for the first of, looking at 20 for this opening class here in Sacramento. Day 2 of competition, and Nicole on this horse that actually was ridden by her and Zuma Gallagher for a little while. Zuma stepping out of the saddle now in August of this year. Nicole taking back over the ride in the last few weeks and did very well in Ottawa. Getting back into the groove there just back into the tail end of August out on the grass. First few fences giving them a chance to really get the spin going. 2 to 3 coming up on a 6-stride distance back to the Longines fence at 4. Then they're going to go across the centre to the next of those, to the little bit skinnier, that fence across the centre, back to 6 and 7. Going to be 7A and B. Should come on the 5 strides through into the double. 8 metres through there on a 1-stride distance. West Palms fence, and then right up against the arena side. Gets a good move away here. Back across the centre to the white oxer. Sharp turn back. Very sharp turn back. And they hold the balance through the sunflower double. Again on 1 stride at 8 metres. And finally the FEI fence to complete. Very good start for Nicole, 69.71. And not her only ride in this class. And gets us off to a time of 69.71 and a 0 score. That's the key. That's how to do it. So Nicole Hunter starting us off in fine style. Here's seeing the Longines fence early on. Good turn back. Left very little on the table, but a long way to go through this class as we welcome in Jacqueline Atkinson and her Val H for the Sinner Equine, and Buena Vista Ranch, the 11-year-old Dutch-bred horse by Zaval Vidiel. Mentioned it earlier, last night's very good welcome class. Jill Humphrey top of that. She features in this class. Olivia Cliver in second, and Matt Archer also brings back Luigi that he jumped last night. He was third in last night's welcome stake, and now back for this Murieta in Spa and Restaurant Speed. Jacqueline Atkinson then taking up the canter. Finished well in the likes of... electric fence to start us off with the vertical. So plenty of early turns. Murieta line from 2 to 3 will come up there on the 6. Into the corners. Little look at that Longines fence. Now finding a good even pace that they feel happy in right now. Little move to the right, straightens up for this GGT double. Little way off coming in, but it works really well for them. Good turn back here to the vertical. Pretty effective round so far. Unfortunately going to put 4 on the scorecard though. Final double at the Sunflowers, and then the Longines fence to complete. Last fence is going to drop as well, so a score of 878-86 for them here. And so Jacqueline Atkinson on the 8 this time. And didn't have quite the easiest passage last night, so a good improvement on that as part of today's class. So Nicole Hornet sitting the leading time, 69.71. Skylar Wyman now, and Crunch K, the 12-year-old by Clarimo for MJ and Todd Kaplan. Skylar, one of the youngest in the field this week, just 18 years of age. 2-star winner at Del Mar as well a few weeks ago. Top 3 in San Juan Capistrano. The class is back in April. Several of the young riders in the field here this week. Good experience for them. A great opportunity with this Longines World Cup show. Gets nicely down that line. Good turn back to the Longines Oxer. 5 across the centre to the next to the Longines fences. Shot doesn't leave much on the table there, that's good. Looks like picked up an early rail on the 4. Again, not knowing how it'll play out completely in this class. You want a swift 4 as well to give you a chance at prize money. Skylar could give us a good indicator for time here as well. That's very efficient to 10. Doesn't quite make that inside turn. Sensible shot though at the Sunflowers. And final fence, we'll see them just on the 1 fence down. Finishing on 466.93 for Skylar Wireman. And Crunch K puts them into 2nd place so far. Nicole was around in 69.71. Just a little tap of the fence going back towards the entrance, just draws you in there, back towards that open tunnel. Bruno Diniz das Neves now off. And into our flags for the week. Bruno with just an 8-year-old here by Van Gogh with Carius. Again, with an 8-year-old may not go too deeply into the well. Longines fence just dropping away. Carius just starting to get some experience through the 2-star step up here this week for this 4-star competition. Carius though top 5 in a 2-star Grand Prix at Blenheim back into May of this year. Now settling in. Again, there's going to be some errors that can creep in with inexperience. Being a year of building to bring 8-year-old through into these FEI classes on a regular basis. It's the biggest week that this pair will have jumped so far. Time fault's creeping up. And it's going to be a total of 19 there, 85.01. So 19 the final score. For Bruno Diniz das Neves and Carius. Early rail for them and cuts down short at the Oxer. Looks like time allowed slightly up from what we were given originally. It actually looks like 78 seconds. Liza Brosnow and Kardenta van te Mierhof, another of the young riders in the field, and she's been very impressive indeed. Already taken part in a string of international shows for this 19-year-old Californian. Trained with Cassio Rivetti. She competed at the World Cup finals this year. Last year, junior team silver. Coming in with confidence. Nice smooth early run. Daring them into this vertical. Nice shot through the double, the GGT, back towards the entrance. A little bit wider there, doesn't cut as strongly there, but it's a nice straight shot. A good Good line through there. Didn't waste much, but just too tight. Thought about going inside the Longines fence. It has been achieved. Not quite this though. Coming on the 4. Still going to be a pretty good time, and it's going to see them in the 65 margin. 65.70 for Eliza Bros and Cardenta van te Meerhof, and so puts them in the lineup. Going into second place so far, because just the one clear at the moment with Nicole Honet and Eluthago PS. But it is a one-round class, so it is the times that are going to make the difference. 69.71 leading time. Seen a few faster. Eliza Bros ran in 65.70. Skylar Wireman 60. Got a nice rhythm going so far with Mr. Europe. Again, a long-established partnership, so that gives you confidence. Gets a good turn back here. Oh, nearly pulled it off. Went for a really tight turn. Nothing too much wrong with it, just fraction too close to it, but it was a really well-deserved effort. Gave it a good shot. Still going for the fast 4 very sensibly, because that's in the money still. Gets the inside turn with ease. One of the best shots that we've seen around there so far. just coming home on the 4, and it's going to be a very good time again, but the last fence is going to drop. They're going to just try and cut in and take that last fence with them as well. So it's to be 8 this time. It's 63.58 for Carrie Rufer and Mr. Europe. But again, note the time because the leading time is 69.71, but it is a clear here. Really gave a good try at the vertical, and it just came up that fraction too close for them, but coming a little blind around the corner was a very good go. Matt Archer now, and Matt with Luigi van der Bishop, 12-year-old by Maker de Muse for the Reese Farm. Now the rider from San Francisco, and again finished well here last night. Actually finished 3rd place with this horse, so again should be coming in with confidence. Finished top 10 the recent Grand Prix in Del Mar as well. Earlier this year, finishing top 3 in a similar class to this, actually in San Juan at the Nations Cup show there in California. Good start. Little touch at the Longines fence. Getting the back for the turn back here. Good try, pulls it off. But he's got one on the floor already, but again, has the sense to still be putting the pressure on at the 4 faults. Good turn back again, makes a good move from right to left. Went for a little look at the inside turn, decided he wasn't going to make that. Squares up straight for the Sunflowers. Still, as we've seen so far, going to be a good time, but it still drops 1 fence. 66.41 on the 4 for Matt Archer tonight. And puts him into 3rd place at the moment. Like we say, a quick 4 faults still makes a difference with just 1 clear on the board. Just not quite as settled that Longines fence and have that down. Sensible line to the Sunflowers. And got the job done to put themselves in a prize money spot at this point, and should do come the close of the class. Ansley Wright and Diamonto JTZ, an 11-year-old by Demontesemi. Another of the young riders in the field, just 19 years of age, took part in the Young Rider Championships this year in Traverse City in Michigan back in August. Touch at the first. It's been their first year into FEI classes. Certainly has been covering the country from Traverse City to Ocala. Kick things off in the U25s in Wellington, back into the early part of the year as well. Also on the 4, that Longines vertical again dropping. Delicate pole across the centre again, encourages them to just stretch out and start going at that point. And all gets very tight there, sit tight. Unfortunately, is going to just lose their balance and be deposited to the side, but looks as though they're okay. Unfortunately for Ansley Wright. Horse all right, as we can see, just comes for a little wander over and a chat with those in the VIP. So not to be, unfortunately, for Anthony Wright and Diamonto JTZ. Uma O'Neill now of New Zealand, based in California with the O'Neill Show Jumping's Messi 10. 10-year-old by Messenger. Santa Cruz, California. Originally from out in Hawaii. Probably behind the big sporting surf brands of O'Neill. And now her sporting prowess has certainly been delivering recently too, with the recent T-Bird Grand Prix win up in Vancouver and Langley at the latter part of September, so comes in on good form. That's with a fabulous grey clockwise of Green Hill. This pair second in a similar class, actually in the 3-star that week in Vancouver as well. Hit close at the Longines fence. Leaves the skinny across the centre up. That's the one that's dropped so far. Balancing up to the Seahorses. Lands out of there at 38. We'll keep a note of that time because this could be very good. Little move out to the right. Bends the line to get straight now. Down the arena, across the water tray. A little more cautious into this tightened up white oxer. And again, it's just tightened up to encourage them to try and make the turn. But unfortunately has the front bar. Coming on the 4. And again, just starts to make a move to the right as they come to that final fence. Just lowers them into that last. And so the FEI fence, the World Cup fence, goes down as well. On the 8, 73.30. And into 6th place for Uma O'Neill at this point. Again, was just looking to try and make the turn as they went. They were thinking about how tight they were coming around the corner. And just lost the jump as they go. There's the top few at the moment. In fact, just the one clear. The 4 falters are getting close. Eliza Bros on the 4 faults, 65.70. And Nicole Hunnett is at the top of the clear, 69.71. We've seen the time is beatable. Jacqueline Atkinson with the second ride now. This time Centigraph BVR for Kojula Atkinson. Just over the halfway stage of this one-rounder. Just getting space, but somewhat unsettled coming into that Longines fence. Just trying to get their rhythm together. There we go. Much better down that line. Wood very tight into the vertical. Not attempted to go on the inside line there, not quite suiting them this evening. Mainly about just getting a good round under their belt. On the 4, it's going to be a little bit of time to add on top as well. Yep, just as they tip, it's actually 79 time allowed. So we'll take them to a score of 6. So 2 coming up there for time at 80.10. So actually into 5th place so far, on 6th there for Jacqueline Atkinson and Centigraph BVR. Skylar Wyman returning once again now, this time Shayna Wyman's and her own Sitoki 17-year-old Holsteiner by Kotoki. So a good pairing together. Older ride for her. Hopefully gives them the good confidence to take a run at this. Skylar, the teenage rider from here in California. Touch at the first, just wakes them up. Sotheby been with her going back 2 years now, a little bit more. Just gives her a little more drive to get to that seahorse fence. Reaches across the oxer in the way into the double. Now they're getting going. Now they're getting some good pace on this round. 69.71 is a very beatable time. If she can pull this one off, which she does, sensibly doesn't go for the real inside turn. Just give them a little bit more space at the sunflowers. Now just last fence, leave this up, and she's got this done. And she does there to great applause, 65.20. Skylar Wyman is now your new leader with Sotheby 65.20. Takes a big chunk off the leading time, about 4 seconds. In fact, just over of that lead up to the moment. All the way, looking confident on this 17-year-old schoolmaster, all the way to the finish. Skylar Wyman now leading. Cole Hurnett's in second place at the moment. Still has another ride to come for her, though, yet. Cassio Rivetti of Brazil. Billy Dorito, the 30-year-old for the Monarch Farms. Most experienced rider in the field. Veteran of several Olympic Games. Going back to Rio and to London World Championships. Who's second in the Paso Robles Grand Prix, based out in California these days. And won the Del Mar two-star Grand Prix with this one. Billy Dorito, former rider of Stephen Moore of Ireland. Cassio might shift this up another gear again if he leaves them up. 65.20 to beat. Fast through the first few. Has to go far enough into that corner to be able to get back to the Longines Oxer. Oh, no. Just lost the momentum on the turn. They were just trying to make a very tight turn then. Hesitant. And unfortunately, meant it just didn't work out. Just stalled. Otherwise looking very good early on. Going to pick up full for that one. Now back into their rhythm without any trouble at all. Fortunately, there's going to be some time faults in there as well, I would think. Weave their way back to the sunflower fence. Might be okay. Yeah. No, it's going to be all right. Going to be at 71.62, easily inside the time, but on the four, a little bit steadier, of course, with that stop on course, but still leaves them in sixth place for Cassio Rivetti and Billy Dorito. So they will finish on 4. Skylar Wyman keeping the lead with that score of clearance, 65.20. Looks like 5 left to come in tonight's just over $44,000 speed class. Yes, Rivetti makes his way out. Unfortunately, just really tried to pull off a good turn. It just didn't quite work out, but you've got a chance if you're going to go into the lead. Well executed the rest of the round. Jill Humphrey, winner here last night. Different ride though on that occasion. That was chromatic. Now Sonata BF for the 12-year-old by Diorado. Jill, former World Cup finalist, going back to 2007. Sonata BF, new one for her into the FEI classes. Jumped past the Robles just a few weeks ago, but that was their first FEI appearance together. Just quite strong enough out of the corner, drops the vertical, drops the back part of the oxer. Still got to keep up the pace on the fours because they're still in the money at the moment. In fact, lying in third place, Eliza Bros on 65.70. Which of course is close to our leading time as well from Skylar Wireman, but she's on a clear at 65.20. Can they get inside? No, gave it a little look, decided not. This is not going to be far away from being a very good time. Over the line at 65 at 86 on the 4 faults. And that should put them into fourth place. Yes, it does for Jill Humphrey and Sonata BF. So good night last night and in the money again tonight. Coming into our final few. And Jan Hansen now. Amigo de Fontaine by Kaliska de Simi. French-bred gelding, 13-year-old, owned by Molly Watson. Chan competed sparingly in the FEI classes so far now, returning to them with this 13-year-old here this week. Has competed in the World Cup show here in Sacramento before now. It's been a long time part of that World Cup circuit. Good confident start. And they can't cut that line too much. They're going to get out in the corner to get enough pace. And they're quick on the pace. They're getting really quick across the centre there. Just a little bit of adjustment works. Now slice across. Get straight up for this GGT fence. You can see them by the bands on the fence getting further right on the centre. Good at the moment for a slice here. Yep, get tight down to that left side. Taking the shortest path. This is good so far. Leading time could be in danger, 65.20, but is going to go wide there. That might not be the winning move. It's going to really take up the time from that point. They had a chance to be in the top few. Still with a clear is going to be sensibly there. Anchors them back down after that double. and clears the last, but time is adrift at 73.68, but it's a solid round and a good round for a clear going into third place for Jan Hansen of the USA and amigo Dave Fontaine. There's the top few so far. 3 on the clears. Jan Hansen there going into third. Nicole Hernert from the early first run. Here at 69.71 and Skylar Wyman at 65.20. Another ride for Carrie Rufer now. This is the one she rode last night into our top 5. Stern de Folletti. It's down here with the 12-year-old. What is it? Is a 12-year-old by Toulon for the Morningstar Sport Horses. Winning pair for the recent Lugano Diamonds Grand Prix in Paso Robles back in the early part of September. Pair to put a lot of number 1s against their name. Was originally coming from Denmark. Germany, the early part of this horse's career. This pair been together a long time now. Really confident pair. Good turn back here. Dared a little bit earlier on, but the first ride of Mr. Europe works this time. Caught out by a different fence this time around. Just trying to get settled for that vertical. Just a last moment change to swing in a slightly more outside line. Still going to be a superb time. It's a shame. Going to have 4 faults, have 1 down, finishing on 4:64.24. Time was good enough to have been the number 1 spot, but unfortunately fence down puts them into 4th place for Carrie Rufer and Stern de Folletti. Should just leave us 2 left to go in this Murieta sponsored class. Just didn't quite settle enough coming to that vertical. Lost the momentum, but otherwise had good momentum around the track for a really good time. Sophia's Eagle now and Unchained 2. Sophia with this 9-year-old by Kidam de Revel. Yeah, gelding for Sophia. Sophia again, 21 years of age. She finished 2nd in the World Cup qualifier here in Sacramento last year as part of that Longines series. Gone superbly with A Girl as well. 2nd in a similar 4-star Grand Prix in Thermal back in March. And one with some good credentials here to make an impact. Still, Skylar Wyman, another of the young riders, leading the way at 65.20. Pretty good start. Same fence as Carrie Rufer, unfortunately. Pair that had their first outings in the show in Las Vegas last year in the FEI classes. Gets the inside turn without any trouble. Just one to go, and this is going to be another with a very good time. It's going to leave them in the money. It's going to be at 65.96, and so remembering our leading score is 65.20, but also dropping a rail, so dropping down to 6th place for Sophia Siegel there, and Unchained 2, just leaving us 1 left to go. Just unfortunately, just got a little bit of hard work coming to that vertical, cost them a fence. But a very good try once again. So should be Nicole Honett as our last to go then. My Lady La Vista, 9-year-old for the Cherokee Show horses. She started us off with a very good round, has held on to what is now second place for quite some time. Nicole with a chance once again. Last one to take a run here. Wins back in the early part of the year in similar classes in San Juan Capistrano in California. Chased down that line so far. Time is beatable, 65.20. Seen a couple just get ahead of that, but got to leave them up. She still leaves the fence off the centre in place. So tight up there around the timers. Pulls this one off, and that is good as well. Very efficient so far. That late turn back to the sunflowers could be crucial. Again, don't drift too far here either. Gets a nice slice across West Palm's verticals. Now here's going to be the crucial turn. Oh, didn't quite get there. Thought about it. Still might be enough space. It's got to go. It's not going to be quite enough. It's going to be a very good try, though, for the Nicole. It's the last to go. 67.71. And we'll give her a clear there with both of her horses. And so we'll leave her with 2 in the money. But we'll leave Skylar Wyman at the top with that number 1 position with Sitoki. So congratulations to her. Nicole wrapping up the final round there. Lovely start. There, just didn't quite get the turn they wanted, a real inside turn, and that makes a difference, couple of seconds difference to bring them home in the end, in the money, but into second place. So it is a win in the $44,600 Murieta in Spa restaurant speed class for Skylar Wyman and Sitoki. Nicole taking second and third with My Lady Vista and El Lothago PS. Carrie Rufer will slot into fourth place for another top 5 with Sterndorf Villetti. It is fifth place to Eliza Bros and Cardenta, and sixth place to Jill Humphrey, last night's winner, also in the money too. Sophia Siegel into seventh with Unchained 2. Matt Archer puts himself in a money spot 2 again with Luigi after a very good finish last night as well. Skylar Wyman with the second spin in the top 10. Further down the order, those not quite having the same result go down to our final combinations there of Anthony Wright, Jacqueline Atkinson and Jan Hansen. So presentation on its way. Of course, we're back tomorrow as well with that Longines FEI World Cup qualifier. Looking forward to that. But I want to hear tonight from California. It is Skylar Wyman is your final winner with Sitoki. Well done to her. We'll see you soon.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, join us tomorrow here. The doors open tomorrow at 6 p.m. For Saturday evenings. Parking, of course, is available for $10. If you want those tickets, visit on the web, Carolina West Palm Events, for more information about possible VIP. And we are down to just a few tickets remaining. We are sold out for tomorrow night otherwise. And keep on those tickets. We'll be right back with that raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got your raffle winner ticket. Your raffle winner ticket, Julie Young, is the winner of our raffle tonight. Julie, meet us down by the Los Magos bar down here by the entrance to VIP, and we will get your certificates to you. Congratulations, Julie Young, the winner of our raffle this evening, winning that wonderful two-night getaway package to the relaxing and luxurious Murieta Inn and Spa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring back the top finishers for tonight's $44,600 Murieta Inn and Spa and Restaurant Speed Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, as we line up our champion, we'd ask you to please all rise. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor tonight's winner, Skylar Wireman, the American young professional now, riding Shaney and Skylar Wireman's entry with the playing of the national anthem. gentlemen, our presentation party, Dale Harvey and Caroline Jones from West Palms Events and Aaron Sullivan from the Murieta Inn and Spa joining us on the carpet here to present and meet our champions, Skylar Wireman and Sotheby. Wonderful ride here, coming out on top. The first of what I believe will be many international wins for your winner, Skylar Wireman and Sotheby. Well, for our champion, Skylar Wireman, the 17-year-old Holsteiner. They've been partnered for quite a few years. Sotheby takes the win. Congratulations, Skylar. It's second and third going out to the same rider, Nicole Honert, for the Cherokee Show horses in Blue Gate Stables. My Lady La Vista and El Uthongo PS, second and third tonight for Nicole Honert. Kerry Roofer aboard the Morningstar Sport Horses entry takes home fourth with Stern de Folletti. Your fifth place award winner, Elisa Bros with Cardenta Vant Mirov. A clean sweep of American riders tonight in the ribbons. Jill Humphrey and Sonata VF takes home sixth. Once again riding for the Branscombe Farm. A seventh place finish for the owner and rider, Sophia Siegel from Portola Valley, California, aboard Unchained 2. And rounding out our top 8 for the second night in a row, Matt Archer with a great effort with Luigi Van de Bischoff for the Reese Farm. We'd like to once again thank the Murieta Inn and Spa for sponsoring this evening's speed class, and for joining us here, Aaron Sullivan representing the Murieta Inn and Spa. As our presentation party makes their way back to the red carpet, no need to run, Charlene, it's okay. Skylar Wireman, what a wonderful ride for you. We've got one more request for you if you'd lead the way in the victory ride. What a great ride for the unprofessional Skylar Wireman, taking it down with Sotheby, your champion. Nicole Hunter, second and third. Kerry Roofer in fourth. Elisa Rose in fifth. Jill Humphrey in sixth. Sophia Siegel seventh. And Matt Archer rounding out the top 8. But the win in the championship goes to Sotheby and Skylar Wireman. A great evening of show jumping. If you want to see the jumps get a little bigger and a little wider, and jumping for the winner's share of $200,000. Join us back tomorrow night for those of us here in the area that in this long red cross speed class. Congratulations to Skylar Wireman and Sotheby, your champion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to watch more show jumping, well, stick around. We've got another class coming up, and I'm not lying. We really do. We've got another class coming up. We're going to make a course change here, and we're going to have a walk coming up, meter 20 Junior Amateur Jumper Championships. This is the PCHA Championships, round number 1. The PCHA is an acronym for the Pacific Coast Horsemen's Association. Anybody from the state of Washington, Oregon, or California, some even from other places around the country like Reno, Nevada, Emerald Hills, you can be PCHA members. And they've got 19 to see on paper here for round one of the speed class, which will be back with that coming up in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us. If you're going to leave tonight, be safe, travel safe. Otherwise, hope to see you tomorrow night. As we mentioned, the doors open at 6 p.m. tomorrow night with a wonderful evening of fun and exciting shows that are going to happen for the winner share of $300,000. The first of those 8 North American League qualifying events on the way to Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the World Cup Finals in 2024.
If you really want it, got a jetpack with your name on it. Above the clouds in the atmosphere, just say the words and we out of here.